when it comes to Zebec, they just did this. So very recently, they announced how USD1 is now live on Zebec cards. Now, nothing I say is financial advice, but we're talking about USD1 here. World Liberty's USD1. And by the way, USD1 is a stable coin. So here's the thing. They just did that. Which granted, people like to say, okay, who really cares about this? Well, the reason why I care is because I think this is actually a pretty important thing when it comes to Zebec moving forward, because it shows progress. It shows that they're still doing something and how they just haven't completely forgotten about the cards, because there hasn't really been that many updates recently when it comes to the Zebec cards, but I did see this. So I think it's a sign at least that they haven't ignored it completely. They also do announce that in this post, they say there's going to be more with World Liberty coming soon. So what could it be? We'll wait and see, but they're already doing this. So we'll wait and see what happens. But I do find this pretty interesting that they're still even planning things moving forward, even despite already doing what they did, right? Again, we take a look at the aspects of USD1 and as well as the Zebec cards, like I mentioned earlier on in the video. However, I'll never be able to know exactly what's going to be coming soon when it comes to this because they haven't announced it and I'm not a part of their team, so how would I know that? But at the same time, this at least gives me a little bit of motivation because right now things are boring. Zebec's going down in terms of the charts. It's not looking the best, arguably, according to some people, but to me, I feel like it's actually improving fundamentally, so I'm personally still dollar cost averaging once a month. That's pretty much about it. Because for me, I feel like I'm dollar cost averaging quite essentially into a project that I feel like is improving, yet the charts are going lower. So if there's a discount at Costco, am I going to complain? No, I'm not. But it has nothing to do with this, but I'm just saying. Keep in mind, yes, there's many stable coins out there. However, if I take this into consideration, I think it's a positive step, I think, for Zebec, again, in the future, because I think this could have future implications in a sense where not every single person is going to be a fan of a certain stablecoin. Maybe they have different preferences. So when I take a look at something like this, I think it could showcase more avenues, right, or more pathways to hypothetical notoriety, attention, and whatnot when it comes to something like Zebec, and especially the Zebec cards, because yes, even memes out there oftentimes have cards. I mean, it's really nothing that special in the grand scheme of things, but when I see something like this, I'm still a fan of what I'm seeing when it comes to Zebec. But you know what? If there's going to be an update when it comes to this, I'll be sure to make a video on it because I'm a little bit curious, right? I am very curious, actually, as to what they're going to be doing, supposedly coming soon. That's their words right there, or at least what they put in the post, but I'm just saying. Now, as to 10 cents, I mean, okay, I'm still thinking about that. Again, around 50 times lower than that. But the market cap at that point, considering current circulating supply, is around 9.8 billion, approximately. Like, that's not a groundbreaking figure, and especially when I take a look at what Zebec's doing, if there was even an altcoin season, would this be so ridiculous, arguably, for a top 5 project within the space of global trade and finance? It wouldn't surprise me if the answer was no. This is just my mindset. As in, hypothetically, it might not surprise me. So overall, yes, things have been looking kind of boring as of late when it comes to Zebec, but seeing this right here, imagine if this happened like 6 months ago. It would be a totally different sentiment, but it happened right now. So this is why I'm pretty happy to see this, and I'll wait and see what happens.